Howdy, howdy, howdy. Well, new topic. This time it's statistics, and one of the first things we're going to do is go through stem and leaf graphs or stem and leaf diagrams. Now, you've seen these before last year, so this is not new, but I know that for some of you we'll need to go through it again. So let's do that. Okay, so stem and leaf diagrams. By the way, if you're wondering why we do a stem and leaf diagram, two reasons. One, they're really good to record data on, so if you're collecting data. And number two, if you turn it sideways, you've got basically the bar graph or the histogram without having to draw the graph. So you can have a look at the shape of the data. Remember, shape's kind of important. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We want to be able to construct a stem and leaf diagram and use it to find the median and the range. So good times. Here we go. Okay. Oh, do you like the flashing trees? Okay, good. How to draw one. Here's the thing. So the first thing is you put the first digits of each piece of data in numerical order down the left-hand side. Okay, that'll make more sense when you see it. You go through each piece of data in turn and put the remaining digits in the proper row. You'll see that as well. And then you redraw the diagram and you put the pieces of data in the right order, okay? Smallest to largest. And you've got to add a key because otherwise nobody knows what you're talking about. Okay, so let's have a look. Here's some data. This is some marks. Oh, we don't do marks anymore, but anyway, marks are gained by 30 students in an examination. So if you count the number of pieces of data here, there should be 30. So if you have a look at these, the piece we're going to put in the stem is actually the tens. So the 60 of the 63 or the 50 of the 58. So let's do that. Now I can see the smallest piece of data here, I think, is this one here. I think it's the 40. So I'm going to have to start with 40 at the bottom. There we go. And here we go. Now, stem and leaf graphs can either go smallest to tallest or tallest to smallest. Doesn't matter which. The nice thing about going smallest at the top to tallest at the bottom is the fact that when you turn it sideways, and in a second you're going to put your head sideways like this, then it will look exactly like the bar graph will look like. Okay, so these are the stems. These are the tens. Now, okay, we're going to go through the marks one at a time and load them into this data, and that's the leaf bit. Okay, so we've got the stem done, and here's the leaf bit. Okay, so the first number was 63, so can you see the 63 is now written? Good job. A good idea to use the squares in your exercise book so that they stay perfectly even. Okay, so the next number is 58, so have you worked out where it's going to go? Yep, there she is. And the next one was 61, so that's how that looks. Okay, nicely spaced. Now we're going to stick them all in at once. Okay, so here we go. Here's all the rest. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so each of the numbers on here, you'll be able to actually see above. Now, if you turn your head sideways, can you see that the graph is kind of a little bit pushed over to the left-hand side? Okay, and we'll talk about talking about skew and shape in a later on exercise. Now, the next thing that I did is I redrew it very quickly, but you'll see I put the numbers in order. Okay, so that's quite important. So it just makes it easier to deal with. Okay, there we go. All right, and we've got to put a key in there because goodness knows what this is. It could be 4.0 or it could be 40. So there is the key. It says 5/2 means 52. Awesome. Okay, things to remember. Always put in a key. All right, think I need to put in a key. Always put your data in order because that's how you're going to use it to analyze later. If you're going to work out the median, now the median is like a median strip on a road, so it's the middle. And if there are two middle values, then you're going to have to average them. Okay, we'll show you that in a second. All right, and if you're going to find the range, now the range is not the best measure, but we're going to find the range because we're here. You've got to actually subtract the smallest number from the biggest. Don't just name them. You've actually got to do the subtraction as well. Okay, so let's go. Oh, here we go. So this is a diagram that shows the mass in kilograms of some people in a lift. So first question to ask yourself is just how many people were weighed? Well, it's quite easy to work that one out. What we need to do is just actually count how many people are on the leaf. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, that's 16. Yes, indeedy. Okay, I don't take any notice of the stem in that. What's the range? Well, the biggest number, of course, was 86. So here's the 86 down here. And the smallest number was 31. And so in order to find the range, I actually do have to subtract them. Now, the next job is to find the median. There were 16 pieces of data. So if I think about it very carefully, the middle of 16, not half, the middle, is between the 8th and 9th numbers. Okay, so we're going to count to the 8th and 9th. So here we go. I've got, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I just screwed that up completely. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Hang on, let's go back. I didn't think about what the way in the numbers were going, so let's try that again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here are the 8th and 9th numbers, all right? So we're going to have to average those. The 8th and 9th numbers aren't 4 and 8. They're actually 54 and 58. There they are. And so if I take the middle of those, it's 56 kilograms. You all sorted? Good.